And the whole thing about half guard is that's for up broken people. Okay? And I am a up broken person. And that's the only reason I learned half guard a long time ago was my knee was blown out, and then half goes, here, you can do this. And then from then on, I was like, oh, okay. I think that if your knees are still intact, and if you're short, but you're fat.
Yep, here we go.
Sorry. Look. Part of jiu-jitsu and training and everything is you slimming down. And some people refuse that fact. It's like you're supposed to get down to your optimum weight, or thereabouts, But if you're trying to do this because you're fat and everybody's moving a lot faster than you, it's because you'll get more mobile whether you're fat or not, if you use your guard and move your hips a lot more and stimulate that part of your game. And then all of a sudden people will be like, hey, wait a minute, his guard got better and now I'm having difficulty passing it, But yeah, I mean, half guard is for broken people.
Welcome back to the BJJ Fanatics podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Ford. My guest today is a cult icon in the jiu-jitsu community. He's a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's a no-gi world champion. He's a multiple-time Pan Am's champion. He's currently teaching at La Miranda Jiu-Jitsu in Lafayette, California, just outside San Francisco, as well as Ralph Gracie's Academy in downtown San Francisco. You may have seen him on TV as he was featured on Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown. His move of the week has been a hit on YouTube for over a decade now. Ladies and gentlemen, making his 36th appearance on the show, my good friend Kurt Osiander. How are you today, Kurt?
All right, and you?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. How's everything going?
Everything's going. It's going as good as it's going to get, getting old sucks. Just so you know.
In case you haven't heard that before. Yeah.
Just so you know.
Kurt, I have to apologize to you and the listeners. I was really hoping to get a Halloween special done this year with you, but man, during the Halloween season, things were just absolutely nuts, and the schedules just didn't quite line up. So instead, we have you here for the Christmas special, which I think is extra special. I think that's Halloween's always been our tradition, but Christmas is just as good, right?
They're all satanic celebrations.
It's
anyway.
all satanic.
From what I'm seeing going on in the world right now, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Have you seen that comet that looks like a craft? What's your take on that?
All right. So everybody thinks I'm a fucking madman anyway, but I am. But so today I saw it on the real news. So I see it on the reels, and it's like, oh, this is what's happening. This thing is flying towards us. But today on our regular Channel 2 news, it was on there as one of the main stories, Yeah. And with this guy that's very reputable, space, what is it called? God damn it, I fucking hate getting old. But needless to say, he's a space guy, right? And his name is his name is Ari, and he's very reputable. He knows his shit, and they had him on, and they had him talking about it, and he's all, it's not acting like a comet, it's acting like a ship, like it's being propelled.
Yeah, there's like thrusters. Yeah.
And so and they're like, oh, and now it's like past the sun, and this and that, and it's. It's going to be by Saturn. I guess he said something like the 22nd or something like this of this month, and it'll get clearer as it gets closer. Now, there's other stuff that's been like said and stuff like that, but it definitely is not acting like a comet. It doesn't have a tail. It's changing course. And it's acting very, very strangely. Needless to say, it's got my interest. I want to know what the fuck it is.
For sure. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know anything about space or travel or anything like that. But they were explaining that, there's like a normal gravitational trajectory that a comet would be on. And that when you hit certain areas within our, and you can tell when I'm talking, I'm a complete fucking idiot here, but you're supposed to,
No, I know what you're saying.
there's supposed to be like a certain amount of gravity that's pulling a thing. And what they're saying is that this thing seems like it's getting an extra boost from behind. So it seems like there's, yeah.
Right. And then it's going around the sun, and usually like we do like slingshot shit like that, around planets to gain momentum. But this thing kind of like went around it and then changed course. And now it's coming towards like Saturn and shit, Jupiter and Saturn and stuff like that. And so, I mean, as it unfolds, it will unfold. And like, Michio Kaku. All right, so I like that guy, and I like Travis Stevens, and like the guys that I know who know their shit, and that they're they're gonna tell it to you like it is, right? And Michio Kaku's all, it's so close now that we can like kind of get a look at it, and then they posted some crazy looking pictures. It don't look like no fucking comet, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then he says that it beamed a coded message, basically, the numbers zeros and ones and shit like that. What do they call that?
Oh, yeah, binary code.
Binary.
Yeah.
All right, it took me a while. So it's a fucking binary code.
I beat you on that one.
Yeah. What is it? How many notes to name this song? Yeah. So needless to say, he said that it had beamed a signal, and it says, you guys are getting checked. You're not allowed to leave your planet. We're going to make sure you can't leave your planet, and that you guys just stay put because we find you as a violent race, and we don't want you to spread out throughout the universe.
Wait, this was said? This
is a transmission that they got.
That lines up. If they're saying that, like, we see you as a violent, like, Earth has to be the worst neighborhood in the whole galaxy, right? You know what I mean? Like, you have to drive by that, like, lock your window, roll your windows up and lock your doors.
They're like, yeah, don't stop there unless you're just gonna, resupply and get the fuck out.
Yeah, just roll through slowly instead of stopping at stop signs. Yeah. I have to imagine if you're a race of beings that are able to travel across the galaxy, you're probably much more advanced and see us as just like a really bad neighborhood. But what do you think is best case scenario if aliens did touch down on Earth?
Best case scenario, they put everybody in check and say, you guys are fucking burning out this planet. We're gonna show you how to fucking clean up your water, clean up all the fucking dumping you're doing, clean up, basically reset the whole ecological, well-being of the planet so it can sustain all these people, right? And that we don't self-destruct,
That'd be nice.
That's right.
Now, what's worst case scenario? Anal probes?
But well, basically, you guys are now we're going to fucking kill as many as possible. We're going to eat a bunch of you. and what are they going to do? Like, what do we do? We conquered. Yeah. Right. That's our MO, is to conquer. It's like, what? We got this space here. Like, let's go look at that space over there. And if we find people there, we'll make them drop their religion, and then we'll civilize them and enslave them.
Yeah. That would not be good. Yeah. That is probably worse than anal probe. I'm sure some people are probably rooting for anal probes, but eagerly awaiting their anal probes.
They're like, yeah, get down here.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have some help. That'd be cool to have like aliens that showed up and gave us some help with, sustaining the Earth and, fixing things. But then the worst case thing, if they're not benevolent, the scary thing is that these are things that traveled across the galaxy, which means their technology and military powers are going to be like, just there's nothing we can do. Like, we have pea shooters compared to what they can do.
The,
So
the thing that we could do is and they're going to shut that down. And that's why I think that they always like check our bases, check our weapons, do flybys. It's all reconnaissance, right? And they're like, look, if these guys get a fucking weird twitch, they'll fucking explode themselves.
yeah,
Rather than lose. That's right. It's like this. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to get DQ'd.
yeah, yeah, right. The hero's way out. Yeah, yeah.
Right. And so they're like, okay, we got to get down there because these guys are getting fucking itchy fingers near their buttons and shit. And we'll fucking just, you know, take all their shit and then tell them how it is. Right.
Do you believe that whole theory that aliens were here in ancient times and helped like with the pyramids and helped with,
Yeah. I, I'm a big ancient aliens, and I believe that there's been like advanced civilizations that have been destroyed by like warfare on this planet before, just like what we think happened to Mars, that it used to be like Earth, and then they fucked it up so bad that now it's fucking just a dust bowl, right? And all fucked up. So I I I I think that they've been here, they're still here. They'll come and go as they please in our airspace, which that's that one guy, Travis Stevens. He's like, dude, they do whatever the fuck they want. We can't control them. They're in our airspace. They're flying next to our planes. They're flying over our bases. They go underwater. They do whatever they want. We can't stop them.
and they're among us, you think?
Yeah, and there's all kinds of crazy speculation and everything, but if they're so technology advanced and everything, they could put on, cloaking devices that hide their true identities, or they can, possess somebody, or they could get, construct humanoid bodies and then transfer their consciousness into that body so they could walk among us, rule us.
I've got a neighbor that I'm convinced is not from here. Yeah, I'm sure this he's like high socks and sandals type of dude, always in the elevator. Yeah, this dude for sure is putting on an act. He's not from here.
Dude, I've been watching like so many crazy shit on the reels and everything, and I'm just like, what in the fuck?
People are getting crazier, dude. Dude, every day there's like some new video on reels. It's just like, dude, what is going on, man?
And I'm like, these people are out of their minds. I'd fucking beat the fuck out of them. And I'm like, all I'm doing is like just kind of like biding my time.
Yeah.
And just watching things, and they're like, you're kind of like on high alert. And I'm like, dude, if anything fucking pops off next to me, I am gonna fucking go off.
It's like, dude, you're on high alert. It's like, do you not follow Instagram? Do you not see these videos that get posted every day?
I fucking go through them and I like go, what the fuck, 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 what the fuck. And they're like, Kurt, you can't watch all that crazy fucking alien shit and all this stuff. And I'm all, oh, you guys all say that Bigfoot doesn't exist and fucking all this crazy shit. And I'm like, watch, I'm going to be fucking right. And I'm going to be like, ha ha.
I would love to get a peek at your algorithm and just see like what kind of things they're because they're intentionally sending you every time you engage with anything. Like, oh, Kurt likes videos of fist fights on school buses. Okay, we're gonna send him all these. Oh, he likes seeing brawls at Walmart. So they just keep they keep you fed with whatever you like.
Exactly. But lately I've been watching like animals eat people.
Oh, dude, do you follow Nature is Metal? Do you follow that profile? Oh, it's the best.
Fuck, bro, you can't fuck with animals. They're animals.
Yeah. Oh, animals. You don't have a prayer if you're in a fight with an animal.
But now with AI and everything, and I'm just like, holy shit, and then my girlfriend goes, fake, 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 and I'm all, that shouldn't be allowed. They're lying, and they're like, Kurt, come on, how fucking naive are you? I'm all, fuck. It should be a law that you can't fucking put fake shit up and fucking swindle people and fuck people over or do fucking bad shit to people. I mean, if that was kind of like the status quo, we wouldn't have so many problems.
It's a problem. It's a problem. And cause like when they first started doing these AI generated videos, you could kind of tell that it was fake. Dude, but every week, I swear, like every week they get more and more harder to distinguish from reality. It's like, man, that looks very real. And so you don't know anymore. And I mean, some of it's fun. Like there's this trend on Instagram where the people are having Bob Ross do funny things. They had like a WWF table and chair match between Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. There's
what, the painter guy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna add a little
Fluffy
tree.
Clouds.
Add a little tree right here. That'll just be our little tree.
I saw one with Bob Ross where he's painting, and he was painting the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, dude, I saw that too.
And I was just like, that's fucking.
He's like, we're just gonna add a little dash of orange right here, and Warrior's like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
There's another one where he was doing, he was painting and then like talking about he insults your mom. He'd be like, I'm gonna add this little shack right here in this woods, and that's the shack I'm gonna take your mother to later this evening. He's like shit talking Bob Ross. So some of it's fun, but the problem is it can be
Mr. Rogers wants the Mr. Rogers. So
did you see the one where he had Tupac? Tupac came over into his house. We were talking about space stuff. Speaking of spacemen, were you a big Kiss fan growing up?
Yeah.
Ace Frehley.
Sure.
Dude, so last time we talked, Ozzy died, and now Ace Frehley. I'll be honest, I was never a huge Kiss fan. But funny enough, my kids are like massive Kiss fans because my daughter's best friend's dad is a fanatical Kiss fan. So through her, my daughter now became a fan of Kiss, and now my son too. So I've been kind of getting into them a little bit more. And then Ace Frehley passes away.
Really, really, really basic rock and roll. It was just their gimmick, the whole stage show is fucking incredible. I mean, I remember like having the posters on my walls, and it was like Kiss, Led Zeppelin, Rush, and then it started to evolve. It was like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, and then now you have what you got now. And now I just listen to heavy music or really good rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the thing is not very much is being made of either of those genres in music that are carrying weight. So I listen to the old stuff all the time.
There are bands that are coming out now. I feel like there is a resurgence, especially in alternative, like grunge kind of rock. There's a lot of new, like young kids, like in their early 20s, starting grunge bands, and it's still all of it, rock and roll, metal, whatever. It's all still kind of underground, like it always initially was. So it's just basically returned back to where it started from, which is being underground, not really part of the mainstream. But there's some good resurgence in this generation. I'll send you a few bands I found that I was like, okay, that kind of restores my hope a little bit because I miss rock and metal being at the forefront, but. Dude, but with Ace, it was kind of funny because very much like Ozzy, he didn't die the way we would expect him to. Because Ace was the one that was always on drug, like he was more the drug user in Kiss, and he died from falling and hitting his head. He like fell and hit his head, and it's like,
yeah, but that happens like when you get older. Like how old was he?
Like I want to say he was like 70, 72, something like that.
Yeah. So at that age. Like one of my good friends' stepdad, he made it through Korea and Vietnam, and then he fell off a ladder in his kitchen and died.
God, that's so nuts, dude.
So he was just doing, changing a light bulb or something up a 6-foot ladder, and fell backwards and hit his head, and then they rushed him to the hospital and everything, and he never came back.
Yeah.
And I turned 61, so
yeah, that's right. Happy belated birthday.
So, what happens, I think, is you just start to weaken and deteriorate unless you maintain some sort of structure. That's why I right now I'm not training because they're like threatening to replace my knee now, and so I teach, I lift weights. I do positions, I'll do some specifics and stuff like that. But, I think that if you don't maintain your strength and stuff like that, then you're just go back to being a mortal. And then, if you fall, and you hit your head or it's a critical fall or whatever, it kills you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is scary. And it is, like you said, it's crazy how some people will live really crazy lives. Like your friend's dad that was in Vietnam and Korea, or like Ozzy, for example. Like the amount of people that Ozzy outlived is just it's mind boggling. It's like, dude, what was fueling that guy? You know what I mean? Like the stories you hear about him.
When you have all those fucking, all the money, you can get all those fucking shots of fucking,
I guess so.
and fucking baby blood, fucking, embryos, whatever they're fucking doing in Hollywood, because there's something fucking going on there. Those guys are fucking weirdos.
It's like the Christopher Reeves South Park thing. Remember that? Oh man, but yeah, dude, it was weird. As I was getting the interview prepared, I was like, man, the last time you and I talked, yeah, we lost Ozzy, and then Ace Frehley just passed. So it's it sucks. That's one thing. Like I'm 40 now, and that's one thing that's starting to happen. Is a lot of my heroes, like Hulk Hogan just died, Ozzy just died. Ace Frehley was someone I respect. I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend like I was a huge Kiss or Ace Frehley fan, but as you see these people that you knew growing up, and people that were famous and stuff that are now starting to fade out. It's weird, man. It's a weird feeling.
It's for me, it's like, so you can either keep going the way you're doing it and faster, or you can do what you're supposed to do and prolong it as much as you possibly can, right?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned your knee. So what's going on with the knee? They're threatening to replace it?
Yeah, it's finished. My knee is finished. It is it's like bone on bone, like where the femoral head meets the tibia and fibia, and where your LCL, MCL, and everything, the compartment where your meniscus is, all that stuff. It is now very, very narrow. And so I went in because it was bugging me, and I said, hey, give me a cortisone shot, because I've heard, some guys get some mileage out of that. And so I went and got a cortisone shot, and he goes, if you come back to get another cortisone shot, I'm referring you to the surgeon. And I'm like, okay, you won't see me.
You're just gonna vanish, Kurt. You're just gonna like go into hermit mode.
So basically now I'm just like, just keeping my knee braces on, trying to fucking do what I can. It's been 4 years since I had my operations, and I'm finally, lifting like a boy, and I don't want to do an operation and be out for another 2 years now.
Yeah, but if you don't do the operation, what's the outcome? I mean, you're just gonna be in.
Well, it's not gonna fix itself, right? So basically, I just don't want to go in and do that yet. I'll wait until I'm older, even older.
Wait till the aliens show up with their new technology. They'll
exactly. See, maybe they'll come down here and they're like, "Oh, we can fix all this shit.
Help you grow a third leg."
Yeah, or they can increase my size, or finally make me as tall as the size of my feet. They can make me grow to the exact size of my feet, which I would surely be about 10 feet tall.
It's good for guard play. Good for spider guard. You get these huge mitts that you got on your feet. Yeah. What have you still been lifting weights a lot? Have you still been keeping up with your like conditioning and everything? Yeah, that probably helps.
That I'm doing. I just don't want to be a fat ass.
That's always a good goal in life, Kurt. Not
right?
be a fat ass.
I just don't want to be fat, drunk, and stupid. So I'm not doing any of those things, and that's about it, And then the world turns. The days go by very fast. The year went by very fast. Time accelerates. You'll see.
It does. Yeah, no, I feel it already a little bit. This year for me went by super fast. I think once you have kids too, like a lot of your time, a lot of your days are just kind of in a rush. And so you don't really sit and savor them like you used to, because there's just so much responsibility and stuff to do and places to get them.
Days are long when you fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah. When you have no responsibility and all that, it's different. Definitely flies by. Kurt, like I said, I wanted to get you on for the Halloween episode. How was Halloween in San Francisco? Did you scare a bunch of kids this year?
I did not. I did not scare kids. I did not get candy. I I taught on Halloween
Nice.
the night class, and then it was open mat, and that was about it, man. And then came home and just chilled. Went to Half Gracie headquarters in San Francisco on Saturday. It was a normal week, man. There's not just I just don't go out and have out nights, like fun nights going out. It's like just doesn't happen anymore.
Just chill at home. Yeah. How's Half?
Chill.
How's Half doing?
I haven't seen him for a while, and then I saw a bunch of stuff on the Gracie 100 years and how everybody got together in Rio and did that big seminar and everything. It was pretty cool. I saw a bunch of people there that I know,
Nice.
and it was pretty cool. And now they're like releasing reels of like each of the masters, teaching stuff, and it's pretty interesting.
It is. Yeah, it is. I saw the highlights of that. In fact, I know some people that traveled to Rio to go attend and be part of it. They said it was a pretty good time. Kurt, obviously one thing that you've been doing a lot, you've been cooking a lot. You're posting almost every day a new dish. Did you post a lot of things with shrimp that look really good?
I like shrimp, bro. I did that shrimp and grits.
That looked amazing. Yeah.
It was fucking, I was like, holy shit, I am fucking really good. Now, God, the shrimp and grits. And like, when I go to Jacksonville and I visit Rat Town, those guys always take me out to this place and they're like, all right, hey, look, we got to go get shrimp and grits. And they're like, all right. And so then I posted it and Jim from Rat Town goes, dude, that looks like Jacksonville. And I'm like, bro, it is fucking really good. I did everything totally perfect, and it came out really good.
That's
and
awesome.
So now I can fix myself shrimp and grits whenever I want.
That's amazing, bro. Yeah. Shout out to the guys at Rat Town. They've actually Jim's invited me to come out there once I'm back in the States. I would love to. And I'd love to see this restaurant you're talking about too, but dude, you're
right around the corner.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, the plates you're making look good. Have you put any further thought into starting a YouTube channel? Cause that's something a lot of people have asked me. It's like, man,
somebody will get around to it. I can't do any of that stuff.
You just got to get a camera, dude. You got to get like a little tabletop, like the DJI, the company that makes drones. They have a little like standalone camera that's on its own gimbal, and you can literally open it. You can flip out these little legs like a tripod and set it in front of you. You can carry it around if you're doing like vlog type stuff. For you just open up the little tripod feet and set it in front of you and start, cooking, and take breaks here and there to just get some B-roll of like the food cooking and simmering.
Right.
If you send it to me, I'll edit it for you. Let's get this going, man. Let's get a cook. Yeah, let's do it. Dude.
All right.
Let's get this going for real.
I better come up with a recipe then.
All right. You're gonna get
like everything's gonna be kind of traditional, because Christmas, I'm gonna either like, I like fucking turkey and stuffing and gravy. You know what I'm saying? But I like the turkey. Turkey lasts a long time. Then you got turkey sandwiches. I got turkey meat, right? Yep. And then I got the skeleton of the turkey, and then I can make soup.
Turkey smoothies at the very end. Just throw some cranberries in there.
Yeah, but I might like not do that, and then what I'll do, I'm thinking, is what is it? The red meat, like a top sirloin or like a brisket.
Yeah.
And then I'll cut that into like a spiral, like a flank. And then I'm going to fucking put, cheese and then wrap it up with the cheese and garlic and stuff and season it, and then bacon wrap it. And then like barbecue grill it for a while. Get that smoky flavor, and then I'll just let it sit in there, and then get it to a good temperature so it cooks internally. I like it like medium. I like it bloody.
Yeah,
but not everybody likes that.
If you like well done, you're not invited to the barbecue for sure. You have to. One of my favorite Hank Hill quotes. he's cooking with Bobby and he goes, yep, these are perfectly medium rare. Bobby says, well, what if someone wants theirs well done? He goes, we ask them politely but firmly to leave. Dude, you could just rehash the recipes you've already posted. You could easily rehash all those, like the grits, the shrimp and grits, and you made it with one with shrimp and beef as well. That looked really good. That looked awesome. Yeah. Just rehash them. Just redo them.
I'm doing like a meal prep thing. Like I usually do it on like Saturday or Sunday, and it's so easy, you know, and it's so much cheaper. I like restaurant food. It's very good. It should be very good for what they're fucking asking for a fucking plate of food now, which has increased. And so I go, fuck, I want this food. Well, then I better go fucking to fucking Smart and Final, buy all the fixings, and then fucking make it myself.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, if you cook at home, you'll definitely save money for sure. And then also you can control the ingredients. Like you never really know what exactly is being used in food at a lot of restaurants. Like you don't know what kind of heavy cream and other crap they're adding in it to make it to make the flavor better. You have better control, you know.
All I know is I don't eat any fast food anymore.
Good.
Dude, like one time I started watching like 10 things you don't know about McDonald's, 10 things you don't know, you know, and then my algorithm changed and I started watching all the things and I was like, fuck.
Did you see the ingredients of French fries at McDonald's from like 1970 compared to today? Like before it was like potatoes, salt, water, and maybe like some kind of sodium something, whatever that they'd add. Right. Now it's like a list of stuff that you just there's not one ingredient you even recognize.
The French fry you drop underneath your seat, it'll be there when your card dies.
Exactly. When the aliens take over, you'll still have a little snack.
They're coming down. They're gonna go, fuck you guys. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
What are you eating? Yeah.
You know, and then there's crazy shit like about it. It's like, oh, and basically it's not 100% beef. It's only 25% beef, and the rest is cardboard that you can eat.
Well, it's like Subway. Subway had the same ingredients in their bread as yoga mats at one point. You remember that? There was like a huge...
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. There was like a huge kerfuffle.
See, shit like that should not be allowed.
No, it shouldn't.
That's criminal.
Yeah. And then McDonald's years ago had that thing where they came out and said now with like their chicken nuggets is now with chicken meat or now with real white meat or whatever it was. It's like, dude, what the hell? I mean, not that you... I mean, obviously you should know better. If you're going to go into a McDonald's, you should know that, hey, whatever I'm eating here is awful. Like this is not going to be good for my stomach or my body in any way, shape or form. So there shouldn't be like some like clutching your pearls, like shocked that there's horrible shit in McDonald's. But still, if they have to come out and say, hey, now with real meat, it's kind of like, whoa, okay, I understand like really low grade meat, but like you're saying now with real meat, that's a little crazy.
See all those missing people. Soylent Green.
Yep.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is that? If you're old, you know what it is.
Yeah.
And you'll go, fuck. I don't put it past them.
Yeah.
These fucking powers that are running the shit, they don't give a fuck about us. They are poisoning us.
Yeah.
They are spraying us with stuff. They are doing things to our food. They are fucking making sure that our lifespan is short. Because I think that after the generations die, they get a reset. So by the time you figure out these guys are fucked up and fucking us up on purpose and don't give a fuck, you die. Right? And they go, ha. There goes another one that knew something, but he can't pass it on, and he is now dead because we poisoned him.
Are you ever inspired to like grow your own food? Because you have a yard. You have a decent sized yard behind your house.
No, that was like one of the projects that I've been on. But fuck, man, it's so hard to work nowadays. Like work and then go to work and then come back and do chores and shit. And they're like, well, why don't you go get some, workers? I'm all, what am I fucking paying with? I'm the fucking worker. That's why everything's going so fucking slow. Before I was like younger and I would get shit done. Now I'm fucking like out there for 2-3 hours and I'm fucking shot, you know? But yeah, that's the game plan for springtime is like, I already got the yard all cleared and shit. And so then I'm gonna build like 2 massive planter boxes and do zucchini, tomatoes, corn, you know.
Nice.
But you got to buy your seeds from them.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true. And the other thing that always gets me with gardening, and this is just ignorance on my part, but I always picture, okay, I plant some tomatoes now. That means like what, in like April, I can have some tomatoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like I guess you have to plan it out. Like you plant them at certain times so that you always have a supply, but then it's like, okay, well, you need a lot of space for that then, right?
Well, there's ways you can cheat on space too, which is like, that's like from ancient civilizations, like the tiered gardens and hanging stuff, and
That's true.
And growing it up a vine and up a trellis and shit like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that this year. Probably gear up for that like beginning of March, and then plant everything like towards the end of March, and then plant my weed and all the vegetables and shit, so it all, grows together.
All sorts of vegetables. That's good.
That's right.
Kurt, it's the Christmas special. What's the best Christmas gift you ever got?
I don't know. I don't remember anything really.
What's the worst gift you ever got?
Oh, I used to always get, for some fucking reason, my mom always gets me fucking khakis. Like Dockers, you know what I'm saying? She fuck and like a Izod fucking collared shirt and like socks and shit. She wants me to be a preppy or something really bad, and I'm like, fuck. And she's like, and I got you these, and I'm like, it's like fucking Dockers. What the fuck am I gonna do with those? Wear them with topsiders? What the fuck?
Because I've known you for over a decade now, and I've never seen you wear khakis. I don't think I could even picture you in khakis.
I've got some.
You've got a stash of them, apparently. Yeah. That'll be good for the apocalypse, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Dude, speaking of 10 year, dude, since you and I talked, the show had its 10-year anniversary. So I wanted to thank you for being part of this and being one of my, cool. you were my third guest I ever had back in like 2015. So appreciate you.
Wow.
It's been, in fact, the Halloween episode October would have been exactly on the 10-year anniversary. So.
Oh, wow.
Flies by.
That's cool. Well, if nothing, we're consistent.
My friend. Guys, as you know, Kurt's been on the show 36 times, so he doesn't really play the pummel game anymore just because he's like the long reigning champion of the pummel game. So instead we do Q&As with Kurt. So listeners, every time he's on the show, listeners sending questions to be read live. If you guys want to submit your own questions for Kurt next time he's on the show, you can email them to askosiander@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name and the state that you're in. And as long as you do that, I will read your question on the show. Also, guys, the Q&A with Kurt is brought to you today by BJJSuperDeals.com. If you guys are looking for high-quality rash guards, shorts, apparel for the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, head over to BJJSuperDeals.com and check out everything they have to offer. They've seriously got some of the nicest, like coolest rash guard designs I've seen on the market. Support an American business and look sharp on the mats while doing it. Kurt, you still there?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm doing something.
You're doing something. You're farming your vegetables.
I was checking my product.
Tending to your vegetables over there. Kurt, first question comes in from Michael in Texas. Michael from Texas says, "Hey Kurt, longtime fan. I've been training for 6 years now. I'm a new purple belt. I wanted to ask if you ever feel like your skills were diminishing in jiu-jitsu along the way, because that's how I've been feeling since getting my purple belt. I assumed I would feel a jump in progress, but it's been the complete opposite. I don't know if it's just a mental thing or what, but I swear I was rolling better as a blue belt. Did you ever experience this?"
Of course. There's always slumps. And you just have to train through the slumps, and things, things go up and down, and then when I was a blue belt, my blue belt was destroyed, and then I would show it to Half. I'd go, "Hey, look at my blue belt. It's fucking destroyed." And he'd go, "Yeah, you better go buy another one." I'd be like,
it's like, I was trying to drop a hint, Alf. What the hell?
Yeah, it didn't fly. And so he goes, "Do you want to be a shitty purple belt or a good one?" I'm all, "I want to be a good one." He's all, "Go fucking get another blue belt, And so you know, there's gonna be slumps, and you just train through them, and then it'll pick up, and it'll go down, it'll pick up, and yeah, that's how it is.
That's the way it goes. Yeah, just hang in
That's the
there.
way it goes. You just
Yeah.
got to train through it. Sometimes a couple days off will like clear your head and everything. Also, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself because you got promoted, and now you're like the middle child. You know what I'm saying? You got white belts and blue belts just wanting to fucking kill you, and you got brown belts and black belts just going fuck you.
Yeah. Stay down
Right?
there. Stay down there.
It's like you can't fucking win for losing, you know?
Yeah, purple belt. I've always said it's kind of like the awkward teenage years of jiu-jitsu. It's when you're at a level where you can do a lot of stuff, but you're still got people way above you that can still give you a hard time. And it's you're kind of finding your game, you're finding your style and your game at that point too. So it's kind of an identity crisis for some people as well. It's weird, but yeah, hang in there, Michael. It's going to get better. And I also, Kurt, I don't know if this is true for you. I found this true for me along the way. Is that whenever I felt really, really frustrated, like in a bad plateau, I would always, that was always a sign, like an early warning sign that I was about to have a good jump in skill. Like I always felt like if I just took a little time off, came back with a fresh mind, that's when the skill jump usually happened for me. Did you find that to be true too?
It's just really important that you don't put so much pressure on yourself that it can affect you if you put so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And then you start to think wrong, and then it affects the way you execute your game and stuff like that, where you know that's just it, that's the way it is. That's
Absolutely.
why this is like the sport for people that are really fucking stubborn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, Michael, hang in there, man. It's going to get better. Next one is from Joseph from Illinois. He says, "What's up, Kurt? I've seen that you're cooking a lot and the food you post on Instagram looks awesome. Do you eat spicy food? What's the spiciest thing you've ever made or eaten?"
I like spicy. But remember, if it burns going in, it's burning coming out.
It's a double-edged sword.
But yeah, I like spicy. I like, and then, I don't do it as often as I used to, but I still eat spicy, and I'll make it spicy.
What's the hottest
Not
thing?
where,
What's the spiciest thing you've ever
not,
made?
oh man, I had some ghost peppers that fucked me up. You know, like I see those like ghost pepper fucking eating challenge or the hot sauce challenge and shit like that. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm out.
Yeah. So I'd like to have a pleasant poop tomorrow. I don't want to be,
I don't want to be screaming while I shit.
Did you ever see the video of the guy? There was a kid on YouTube that ate, I think, a ghost pepper, or maybe it was a Carolina Reaper, and his whole face like puffed out like twice the size. Like I don't know if he had an allergy or what it was, but
yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, it was really bad. And like he had to like rush to the hospital.
Yeah, as a younger man, I would have taken any challenge. I would have just done it because I was stupid.
Yeah.
but now I'm a little bit smarter, and I'm like, fuck that.
Joseph, I appreciate the question. Thank you. James in San Diego. He says, "Hey, Kurt, I'm dealing with an annoying social issue that I was hoping you could help me with. I'm a black belt, mid-40s. For some reason, in the last year or so, I get declined to roll by most people in my gym. I don't ever hurt anyone. I don't consider myself to be someone who rolls excessively rough, and my hygiene is very good. So I can't figure out what the hell is going on. Even younger, more competitive members of the team shy away from rolling with me. I realize that as a black belt, I could throw my weight around a little bit and simply call someone to come roll with me, but I don't want to be like that. I'd prefer people want to roll with me. Any advice?"
Well, since you have achieved your knighthood,
demand these peasants come and play.
They can't deny you. You go, let's go, and they go. Maybe they just have their own social issues where they don't like their ass kicked.
Yeah, true.
Right? That can be a problem. I mean, right now, my guys are fucking good and tough and shit, and they're kicking my ass. I'm definitely not what I used to be, but I'll take the ass whooping, but a lot of people, if they're ducking you, like if your peers, like your black belts and brown belts, they're probably not ducking you. It's probably the lower belts because you abuse them.
They've been sufficiently punished. Yeah.
Right? They're traumatized. And so they're like, I already got trauma, bro. And they go, oh no, my finger hurts. I gotta sit this one out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. But otherwise, in truth, I don't have very much etiquette. Like I want you clean. I want you on time. Paying attention, not fucking off, and just do the class and train hard and be conscious of your friends and everything, because that's your team. But in truth, those guys, they can't deny you training, and they will have to take that abuse.
That's an interesting one though, because he hits all the marks on like things that normally would cause people to shy away from rolling with you. So like he's clean,
Right.
He's got a good hygiene. He doesn't hurt people. He doesn't roll excessively rough or whatever. And even the younger competitive people are avoiding. So do you think maybe another issue could be the way he's rolling? Like there's a few black belts I've known over the years where when you get paired with them, it's just kind of like, oh, like, fuck, like, okay, like I'll roll. Like it's just not that it's a bad, not that the person is a spaz or bad or anything, but just that they maybe shell up and don't really do anything. They don't engage as much. They do just a lot of hand fighting, a lot of defense, and don't really try to progress to positions and things like that. Could be something like that, maybe like,
but he's only 40 something, so if he like the older guys that I know, they still roll, and they try to do stuff, but when you get older, you're kind of diminished and you still know everything, but a younger, stronger guy will fuck you up. And so then you have to fucking do a fucking really slow, fucking retarded old guy game.
That should be the name of your next instructional, Kurt. That's a perfect title for the next instructional.
And that totally fucks with young guys.
Yes,
okay?
It does. Yes, it does.
So just because I don't want to jump around like fucking two cats in a bag.
Yeah.
Because I never have done that. And I always would get to my position, and then all of a sudden it's going to go dun, 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 dun. And it's going to slow down, right? And that's what I tell all my old guys. Oh, look, they want you to fucking dance to a fucking, a fucking fast song. It's like, fuck, we're going to slow this dance down. It's going to be a fucking slow dance, and it's going to be a fucking like a tidal wave or an avalanche or whatever, and it's coming and you can't stop it. So yeah. maybe that's what they don't like. It's like they don't get to move around so much and they get just tapped.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could be two complete opposite ends of the spectrum here. It could be that they're considering your roles could be considered boring for them if you're not really engaging as much or not really trying to play jiu-jitsu. Or it could be that you're so technical and so good that they're just like, oh, I don't want to get smashed today. Which shame on them. Shame if it's the second one, shame on you for avoiding rolls with James. But if it's the first one, James, maybe consider opening your game up a little bit if you find that you're just kind of hunkering down in certain positions or whatever. But yeah, like Kurt said, I mean, we all know the older guy that has like a wicked half guard and like pressure passing, and they hit the brakes on the younger, more mobile people. Yeah, it's something to consider. Hey, take a look at your game, James. I guess this is what we're trying to say here. Let's see. Next question for Kurt. Peter in Sweden. He says, hello, Kurt. Big fan here. I'm a blue belt, and I would say I spend about 80% of my time on the mats getting smashed. Peter, do you know a guy named James in San Diego? No, I know that's part of the process, but some days it can be discouraging. I know the solution to this is to just keep showing up and training, but any advice on how to just mentally accept that this is going to be reality for a while until my skills improve?
You don't have to accept it.
Resist, Peter.
Exactly. But the thing is right now you're getting smashed and you're developing something that a lot of people don't put time into, is defense. And getting smashed and being stuck and being fucked You know what I'm saying? And my whole like upbringing was with two black belts just kicking the fuck out of me. Right. And then, and now I appreciate it because like with the young guys, I'll let them take my back. I'll let them, whatever, side control, wherever they want to be. Right. And then they're trying to kill me. I know this because I can feel it in their hearts and minds. And they're like, I want to
bad energy. Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I know you want to kill me, but big deal. You're killing Kurt at 60. If you had tried this 10 years ago, you would fucking have been fucked up. But that time has passed, right? But yeah, you're developing a part of your game that's gonna all of a sudden flip to the other side because people will get you in bad positions and you're gonna know how to react and how to get out and how to stay calm. I think it's a great learning tool. It's like you have to be able to get fucking smashed and get fucked up. You know, if you're never in a fuck position, then all of a sudden when it happens, you fucking lose your shit. How's that?
Great advice. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, yeah, the suffering you go through as a white belt and even as a blue belt is tremendously valuable. I mean, it really is. It teaches you how to survive. And then when we get to that purple belt stage that we were talking about before, that's when your offense usually really kicks into gear and you start learning how to do that to other people. So, yeah, great advice, Kurt. Excellent. Peter, hang in there. It's part of the process, dude. Let's see. We've got another one. We've got, Mario in Pennsylvania. He says, Kurt, I suck at jujitsu, but I especially suck at half guard. I'm heavy, I'm short, and I've been told that half guard is a good option for me. I also see other guys, my body type using it a lot, and I just can't seem to not get smashed and passed when I play half guard. Any tips would be appreciated.
Okay. So how old is he?
He did not say how old he is. Let's assume mid-30s.
Okay, let's assume. If your knees are good, you shouldn't be doing half guard. You should be doing full guard or open guard, right? Because you're and the whole thing about half guard is that's for fucked up broken people. Okay? And I am a fucked up broken person. And so I use half guard or closed guard or feet on the hips guard. You know what I'm saying? Or butterfly guard. I don't do spider guard. I can teach it. I know a lot about it. I can make really good tall students do it. But if your knees are still functional and everything, work on getting your hips to move a lot so that they don't pass. If you're just letting them open you up and step over in your half, you're kind of missing the point. I only do that because one of my knees does not work. So, and that's the only reason I learned half guard a long time ago was my knee was blown out and then half goes, here, you can do this. And then from then on, I was like, oh, okay. So, I think that if your knees are still intact and if you're short, but you're fat.
Yep. Here we go.
Sorry. Look, part of jujitsu and training and everything is you slimming down. And some people refuse that fact. It's like you're supposed to get down to your optimum weight, you know, or thereabouts, you know. But if you're trying to do this because you're fat and everybody's moving a lot faster than you, it's because you'll get more mobile whether you're fat or not if you use your guard and move your hips a lot more and stimulate that part of your game. And then all of a sudden people will be like, hey, wait a minute, his guard got better and now I'm having difficulty passing it, you know. But yeah, I mean, half guard is for broken people.
Well, dude, half guard, I agree completely. I also think half guard is really it's kind of the everyman's position. Like I see people who are like big, small, young, old, use it so well. It is the go-to thing, like you said, for broken and old and older folks, just because it's a place you can really hit the brakes. But for Mario, I mean, man, if you're like Kurt said, if you're training and slimming down over time and having better mobility and just better conditioning in general. Even as you slim down, you're going to find that those positions all work. Like it's not like somehow, oh, this is only for people my body type. Just keep in mind, half guard works for everyone, man. You got
everybody. But I mean, like, if the guy learns that you are a half guard guy, and it took me a long time, dude, when I was trying to do my half guard, I got kimura and strangled so many times. It was incredible. And I was going through that phase where I was like, fuck, maybe this position sucks. You know?
Yeah.
I'm all fuck, or I suck at it, right? And that whole process of me learning how to hide my arm, how to hide my neck, how to get my top shoulder over my bottom shoulder, how to fucking elongate his legs so I can crawl down, how to pass the straps, how to do a good loop choke and make frames and stuff like that. It's a tough position. I mean, you are exposed. It's only half a guard. If the guy's in your full guard, he's in front of you. His fucking limitations are far greater than if he's in your half guard. And then when they learn that your half guard is good, then they don't want to go in your half guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
So it's a matter of getting them there. Yeah.
Then they kind of get there, and then they fucking immediately want to leave and go around your guard or do anywhere except for where your power is, you know? So that's what's going to happen.
Half guard is something I'm actually trying to pay attention a lot to now as well. I'm actually I'll be coming back very soon from a long layoff due to my neck injury that we've talked about before on the show. And the half guard is starting to appeal to me more and more as we're talking about this. And
you're with the right guy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
See, I like his half guard. His half guard. I mean, he retired from fighting and everything, but his half guard for fighting was how you do it. You fucking got there and you're out of there and then you're on the guy's back or he's on fucking bottom and you're passing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it used to be. You know, after I finally figured it out, that's how it was. I was like, no, I'm going on top, or I'm going to your back, or I'm gonna do something fucked up, right? But yeah, it's a good position, and it's hard to develop. It's easier when you got somebody showing you all the ins and outs. But I didn't have all the ins and outs. I just had like the one position that Half gave me. He goes, you're going to do this. And I'm like, all right. And then I had to figure it out from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I've talked to Damien in depth about why he used half guard so much in his career. And he explained that it's such a great transitionary position. Like you can take the back with it so easily. You can keep yourself safe from shots. It's a good sweeping position. So there really is so much value, but I never really thought of it as until like recent years, like in the last few years, it's really opened my mind to like how well you can transition to other places. It's a great home base to be in, is the half guard. So yeah, it's something I'm going to dive into it as well. And, Mario, keep at it, man. You're training and you're active. So that's good. Just, keep putting these concepts into play and it will get better, my friend. Let's see. David in Georgia, he says, would you rather go back to 14 years old with the knowledge and wisdom you have today or get $10 million right now, tax-free? It's a good one.
I would rather go back to 14 with what I know.
Okay, cool.
Money doesn't do it for me. I mean, everybody's like, well, take the money. But I'm at the end of the rope. You know what I'm saying? I can make more money, but yeah, I would definitely go back to being 14 over.
I would take the extended life with all the knowledge over cash. That's definitely, you made a very good point. Very good point. What would you do with the knowledge that you have now if you were 14? If we snapped our fingers and you're 14 years old, what's the first thing you're doing?
I'm fucking a lot more girls.
I walked right into that. I should have known that was going to be your response. I walked in with my chin sticking out. What else besides that, Kurt, would you do with yourself as a new 14-year-old in 2025?
And I have to be in this era? Oh, I'm taking over the planet. I'm going to fucking fuck things up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What besides getting laid and global domination, what's one more thing you do if you were 14?
Oh, I would, but I know everything I know now. Oh, I'd wait until I was 18 and start fighting, and I would, I would be on the tournament circuit. I'd be fighting as much as possible.
That's one of the cruel realities about jiu-jitsu, about martial arts in general, is you spend years and years and decades acquiring the skills and knowledge. Meanwhile, your vehicle to perform them is slowly slowing down and deteriorating over time. So by the time you're like a really, really experienced black belt with all the knowledge, it's like, damn, my body can't quite apply it all though. So that happens for a lot of people, like early on, like even at 40, like I feel I'm in good shape, but I feel different than I did when I was 20, like for sure, it's a big difference. So
yeah,
it's one of those things. It's like, damn, if I could just take the knowledge now and revert it back and download it into a younger version's body, that'd be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. Good question though, from David in Georgia. That was a great, I like that one. We got one more question, Kurt, and it's from a lady. It's from Stacy in Florida. Stacy says, if you could only train gi or no gi for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
There's no choice. I'm going to do jiu-jitsu. It doesn't matter how I do it.
But if you had to do gi or no gi, if like there's just a rule, like, man, it's only wearing a gi from now on or only doing no gi, what do you think you'd do for the rest of your life?
Fuck, man. I like the gi. I like the gi because it just makes my gi list better. It makes my no gi way better because I'm always used to all that friction and people holding on to me. And so you have to be really accurate to move and get out and leave and whatever, right? Because I can always take my gi off. And these guys are like, what? Why is your game always the same? Like, I'll do a lesson plan for the whole week and it's gi and gi-less that I teach, right? And they're like, it's the same move. I'm all, exactly, but I'm just grabbing you different. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I like about my game is there's no translation. Or very little, right? So yeah, I would say gi.
Keep the gi. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great, man. I think, yeah, it comes down to personal preference, but yeah, training. Yeah. I assumed you would have stayed in the gi. Yeah. I know that you really do enjoy the gi, and I'm with you too. Like your initial answer is the same that mine would have been. It's like, yeah, I love both. I love it's jiu-jitsu. I like it, but yeah, if Stacy put us in the corner here, she put us against the wall, made us choose, and Kurt goes with the gi for sure. So. And that was all the questions, guys. I appreciate you sending those in. Again, guys, if you want to have your questions read to Kurt on the next episode, you can email us, askosiander@gmail.com, and I will read your question on the show to Kurt when he's on next time. And again, guys, Kurt's Q&A today was, again, brought to you by BJJSuperDeals.com. So check them out for the best training gear that there is on the market. Kurt, in closing, man, what are some of your major goals for 2026, man? With the year's coming to an end here, what do you have on the horizon for next year?
I don't know. For me, I just want to avoid the knee replacement and get healthier and stronger, and be a good teacher, good coach. That's about it, and then I'll just watch what the fucking world does.
Watch the world burn and eat your shrimp and grits.
That's right. Pretty much. I'm just going to cook, we'll see after what's going to happen is when that thing gets here and what it is, or is it going to drive by or is it going to fucking stop and say hi?
Yeah. That's the question. That's the question. Or is it going to do a drive-by shooting? We never know.
Or it could do a space drive-by.
And if so, there's nowhere to hide. Kurt, you're a treasure, dude. It's always a blast talking with you, man. Thank you for taking the time to do this for the 36th time on the show. And dude, you're always welcome back. I look forward to the next one.
All right.
Guys, if you want to keep up with Kurt, it's real easy to do so. He's active on Facebook. He's also on Instagram. Osiander Kurt is his handle on Instagram. Check out his YouTube channel, Kurt Osiander. That's where you can find his Move of the Weeks, which have made a comeback, which is great to see. And we are going to be, Kurt, I'm determined to help you get this cooking show off the ground, man. Let's talk about that later on.
All right, we'll talk about that.
You've got to get that going. If you guys are ever traveling through San Francisco, you can drop in on the weekends at Half Gracie's in downtown San Francisco to catch his class. Also, La Marinda Jiu-Jitsu for the rest of the week is where he teaches, which is a little outside San Francisco. But if you're ever traveling through the Bay Area, definitely drop in and get some time with Kurt. He's a lot of fun and obviously some of the best jiu-jitsu out there. If you guys can't make it to the Bay Area and learn from Kurt directly, you can learn from him anywhere in the world here at BJJFanatics.com. His instructional is one of our best sellers. It's called The Fundamentals of a Jiu-Jitsu Renegade, and it's available right now at BJJFanatics.com. Also, Kurt has a website that is going to be coming soon. It's KurtOsianderBJJ.com, so make sure you guys are paying attention to that URL as the site is getting built. And that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please stay tuned for the next episode of the BJJ Fanatics podcast.